Humanity, humans, life. I'm human, I'll assume you're human too. And I'm sure you've had experiences with at least one other human at least once in your life. I'm also sure that you have experiences and opinions on those said humans. I want you to just take a minute. Think about your ideas on humanity and what affects those ideas. Now that you maybe have a little bit more of an understanding of your ideas, I want to talk about mine. It is my personal opinion that humanity is a beautiful gift to this world. It is my opinion that humanity should be cherished and prioritized. That's what we'll be giving insight on today. Priority humans. Now to start off, I'm not saying humanity is perfect. Throughout human history, humanity has caused a lot of atrocities in its wake. From 626 BC in the Middle Babylonian War, in 66 CE with the Roman and Jewish wars, of which there were three, and the Roman and Greek wars that lasted well over 1,000 years. In the 1600s, the 30 Years' War, religious persecution ripping the continent of Europe apart between Protestants and Catholics alike. Slavery ran rampant from the beginning of human history up until the mid-1800s, enslaving many and killing even more. The World War I, 1914 through 1917, and the Armenian genocide by the Ottoman Empire in 1915 only added to the number of the second deadliest war in combat in human history. The Boxer Rebellion, just slightly before, in 1900, saw crimes against both Chinese and Westerners alike. World War II, and I'm sure I don't need to tell you about World War II, the likes of Nazi Germany, Imperial Japan, Black Hat Italy, Legionary Bulgaria, Croatia, Thailand, Manchukuo, Greater Hungary, and Karl's Romania, leading up to the deaths of millions, as well as communism on the far left and fascism on the far right in the 20th century, killing, starving, and drowning over 198 million people in less than a century. But you may be asking, if you're talking about the virtue of humanity, isn't this just quite the opposite? Now, to quench your qualms, I'm going to be supplementing that timeline with another. It starts with humans moving out of Africa. And I know it's going to take a bit, but moving out of Africa allowed humans to further develop our spans across the globe. That allowed us, from the discovery of fire, to agriculture, to flight, to supercomputers in our pockets, to further develop human power and potential beyond what could be imagined. It's a beautiful thing what humanity can do. But these technologies aren't the only thing that grew as humans moved along through the process of time. Not only did our technology grow, but so did ourselves. According to Nancy Snow and the American Philosophical Quarterly, empathy, or roughly feeling with another person, has stumped philosophers and psychologists alike. Empathy is a vital part of who we are and allows us to connect with others. Empathizing and sympathizing is vital to what humanity can do. Aren't those atrocities that I just listed atrocities because they are committed against ourselves? What empathy allows us to do is use the potential and the power that humanity has through our technology and development and turn it into something amazing. But these are some very grandiose topics. I understand that. I'm just a teenager. But it comes from my life experiences as well. All this started when I was just 5 years old, the year my brother was born. When he was born, the first few days, I wasn't allowed to see him, of course. He was just a newborn. But the first thing that I remember, and I don't remember everything from my past, but I remember something vivid. It's a memory that I still hold very close to my heart. I touched his hand. It was smooth and soft. Even as a young child, I knew it wouldn't last like this forever. But the potential he had could only be unlocked if he unlocked it. It allowed me to understand something. Life isn't credited enough. Humanity and creation and life are some of the most important values that can sometimes be taken for granted. But something more recent, maybe. Here we have an idea that I like to call generosity. A couple months ago, or a couple years ago, depending on how you look at it, I was with a jazz club with my father. And by the time we were getting ready to leave, I saw a homeless man to my left exiting the club. Most people walked by him, and his sign said he was deaf. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything on him I could give him. But I felt incredibly bad for it. I felt poor that I didn't have anything to help him out. By the time our Uber arrived, we were trying to get out of the bustling city of downtown Austin. And although the streets were filled, we had to be parked in the middle of the street or be picked up by the Uber. I had sprinted across to the other side of the car. My father was having difficulty getting inside. By the time I had reached the other side to help him get inside, the homeless man who had just been ignored on the sidewalk with his sign saying he was deaf, dropped the sign, dropped the cup, ran over to the middle of the road to help my father get inside. His willingness to help and his empathy, that is what humanity is. By the time he next came to the club, I tried to look for him. I desperately tried to look for him. Something I could give him even if he didn't remember me at all. Now, of course, this isn't to say humanity is perfect. As I already stated before, the atrocities of humanity shouldn't be forgotten. And it's an important part of our history that should never be unrealized. As well as the people walking by the homeless man, humanity isn't all perfect. But this holds more meaning than you could even imagine. The only path that humanity can work towards is forward. We can't be there if we're already perfect. Moving forward is what drives humanity, and it's what should drive us. Now, I'm just a young teenager, an ambitious one, but a young teenager nonetheless. But as a human, I want to see us succeed. I want to see us prosper. In order to do such, we need to work towards that common goal, a future better for ourselves and our children of the future. I want you to realize that humanity is beautiful. It's a gift to us all, and it should be cherished. Let's keep our priority in mind as we move beyond the stars. Priority humans.